Hey guys, welcome back to The Sims 4. We're doing some Townie makeovers today. I really wanted to kind of start stuff for a save file. It's going to be CC heavy, so I don't know if it's going to be a public save file, but it'll definitely be something I want to play in the future. And yeah, right now we're doing some makeovers of the Realm of Magic kind of magical trio. We're going to start with Elphaba because she is my kind of least favorite. Like, for some reason her head always feels too big for her body. And her hair just kind of accentuates that to me. I don't know. I kind of like a lot of stuff about her, but I dislike a lot of stuff about her design. So we're going to try to fix her up. One thing is those eyebrows. I don't know. I know maybe she's supposed to be like whimsy goth and it kind of has that hard trad goth like aesthetic in her eyebrows there. But to me, I'm not going for that. I want my Realm of Magic Townies to feel a little bit more, I don't know, stereotypical fantasy in some ways. And I don't like her eyebrows, so I'm going to give her some CC eyebrows and, you know, just kind of keep that hard look about her, but not to where it looks like she drew them on with a crayon. You know what I mean? I really love the, like, sparkly makeup, you know, glitter thing she has with the stars and moons and stuff, so we're gonna keep that. You might see me take it off for a little bit and put it back, but yeah, so I'm just kind of trying to make her features like fit her face in a more like natural way. Her eyes still may be pretty big. I gotta remember how I did in the end here, but her eyes may still end up being a little large because I still want her to kind of keep some of those exaggerated vibes, but you know, it's one of those things where pick one thing and kind of make that the standout. When you do too much, then it all like fights for attention. So I think I pick like her eyes, but I think I tone down some of her makeup. So we're just going through skin colors. For a second I really did consider making her green to truly live up to her name. I don't know, I still might go back to that. I kind of do really like just making her truly like the Wicked Witch. But yeah, so we just kind of go for slightly more living and not quite undead looking skin tone for her. Still pale. Like, I still want her, again, to keep her vibes. Like, I want it to feel like her, but in a way where maybe she'll fit in with my style a little bit more. And I haven't really shown you guys too much. I've done a couple of the Roll for Sim videos, but I think when it comes to Sims I'd like to have in my game, you guys haven't really gotten to see a lot of that, so kind of get to feel out a little bit more of how I like my Sims to look. Yeah, so we're playing with those eyes. I don't know if I stick with this eye shape or not. I still kind of, it makes her look kind of sweet, and I think we'll play with that. Oh yeah, and I decided all my spellcasters are going to have like these elfy ears just to make them slightly different. Make them kind of feel more unique and from their own world. There we go. We take off her makeup. She's an adult, so we keep her an adult. And I do want to try to keep some of her wrinkles and facial creasing and stuff in there. So we're playing with eyeshadows, trying to get her eyeshadows to, I don't know, fit with the new eye shape we gave her. Kind of like the touch of green. Again, I feel like it's a little nod to her namesake, but then I guess we go for something a little more toned down in the end because I wanted her purple eyes to kind of end up being the star of the show here. So we do keep like a purpley aesthetic for her. But yeah, I'm going through and trying to find something that doesn't feel too much. And just some of the way it sits on her face, I just don't like how it does. So then I start playing with her eyebrows. I think it looks better down. And then I think I remember that she's a mean sim. So then we lean even more into like the mean curve of her eyebrows. But you can already tell, like, once her eyebrows came down, her face actually looks so much better. So much better. Like, that was a big part of the problem, was how high up her eyebrows were sitting. There we go. And I really liked this one. It still had like a lot of sparkles to it, so I feel like it still stood out, but it wasn't like taking over half of her face. You know, we got a little bit of it fighting with the eyebrows there. with the blend, but that's all right. Let me give her some nice eyeliner. I really like this one with like the white in it. Again, it's like giving her, like her eyes still stand out a lot, but it's not like taking up so much real estate on her face. And something more subtle, and then I think I go for this one where it's just a little bit more. It was just a little too small on her cheeks. So yeah, something like this feels nice. And then we're gonna go for some lipstick. I still wanted to give her like a unique vibe, but not too much. So we do go with a dark lip. So we're playing with the sliders a little bit to get it there. So I think this, where it still lets her eyes be like the main star of the show, but you still get the pop of color. And then, yeah, put her sparkles back on, because I feel like that's her as a character. She needs her sparkles. That makes her kind of recognizable. And then hair. So we're definitely gonna go back and keep giving her like pinky purple hair. But I hate that style that was on her. It just felt like it was giving her a weird head shape and exaggerating it. I really liked this one. Matter of fact, all these hairs look really good on her now. Now that her face is more proportionate. Since I gave her the elf ears, I start playing with like these elfy kind of hairs on her. All these braids, intricate. She like really suits everything. And then this felt like a really nice like subtle nod to the over the shoulder look, without, it's half swept up, it's kind of out of her way, and it shows off her ears really cute. Yeah, I want her to, I don't know, just feel updated, but not lose her whimsy, not lose like her aspects that make her her. And then I love this hair, and I was like, yeah, this hair you can put like the crystals in it. It's very magical. I used it on one of my other main characters in my other series. And I think it's even in this, no, I think it's her white. I can't remember if it's this color or I used the white, but either way, this hair is so cute. And I'm looking for the crystals. But yeah, Samandy makes amazing CC. So I think any CC user probably knows that name by now, but if you haven't checked out Samandy, definitely do it. But yeah, and the crystals kind of glow and they change colors. I think I go for like the rainbow one, and if you recognize, these are all like pride colors, which I think is super cool. So we go for the traditional rainbow. I just think it stands out more. I just don't want it to blend in too much. And while I like her little white dress, to me it's too vanilla. It's too vanilla. I wanted to bump up the color for her, and I knew I kind of wanted to give her again like more fantasy vibes. Like I think Glimmerbrick is gonna have a little bit more of that like Renaissance festival kind of vibes. Like you go there and everybody leans into it. Of the family, especially the older families that have been there. I think there's one like the Charm family or something that they're a family of casters. Like I'm definitely going to give them these similar kind of vibes, and maybe like the new family that's there will be more modern, and they're going to have a chance to be like, whoa, what's going on with these people? Not this one. Sometimes I'd love like Alpha CC, but the folds in the skirts, if they start looking like too much like, I don't know, paper, like sometimes the shadows just don't look. I like a Maxis mix. I like it to like blend in with my Maxis CC. So sometimes if the folds in the dress get a little too carried away, it's like I have a hard time making it look like it belongs with the rest of the world, and it kind of takes me out of it. So sometimes it works. I don't know. It just depends on what I'm going for. But yeah, I liked this one a lot. It was nice, and it was kind of in that pale vein. But then I started putting these on her, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, okay. This one, I just think the pattern was a little too spooky, and I didn't like it was leaning vampires more to me. So I didn't want to confuse it with the vampires, because obviously the vampires are going to have like the romantic goth aesthetic, and I wanted the aesthetic of Limberbrook to still feel a little bit lighter than that. I think this is the one we end up with. I really liked all the purple. I feel like it goes well with her. To me, this is doing more than the white dress. Maybe it's a bit too on the nose, but I tend to do that. Like once I give a character a color, I really lean into that. And then yeah, I remembered, I was like, okay, wait, she's a mean sim. Let's really lean into like the mean look on her face. So you know when you meet her, like she's a mean sim. Fine tuning a little bit. And give her a little bit more of a frown. I think I go into the details on and try to give her like some deeper facial creases, nasal folds, or whatever they call them, just to make her also like not look too young. She's supposed to look like an adult, and if she's got like a stern face, I really want it to be easily read. And then I think her boots are going to cover those up anyway in the end. So it's like, I know the socks are cute, but that's it. And then trying to find some boots that felt like they fit like and I really liked these. So I was like, these are perfect. Accent with the brown, with her brown accents on her bag. So yeah. And then I kind of will go through her nails, and for some reason nails were not working. I don't know what part of the CC was conflicting with the nails, or if it's a spellcaster thing. I don't know. So I couldn't get any of the nails to work, which was a bummer, but oh well, she's a natural girly, that's fine. Sometimes that's just how it is. Playing with some masks, see if some of these skins like show the age, but unfortunately they don't. I wish more skin makers, like I guess a lot of simmers don't like to show the age of their sims, don't like the wrinkles, but I do. As sim age, I like to be able to read kind of their age, so I can know, like, do I need to get a move on with these aspirations? Like, how are we doing on time? You know what I mean? So, I can't remember. Obviously, I think I give her eyelashes too. But yeah, some eye bags. You know, she's working hard. Can't remember if I give them back. Sometimes I have to like make sacrifices depending on which CC. So I'm looking for some wrinkles and stuff, because I know I have some that will give her, yeah, we give her back her eye bags here. And I know I have some CC that will give her wrinkles. I just have to figure out like which ones it is. It's like, I know you're in here. I know you're hiding from me. Alright, so that's our Elphaba and versus the OG Elphaba. So she's looking pretty good, I think. I think she's going to fit the aesthetic of the world really nicely, and it's going to be really cool. Yep, we got our man Simeon Silver Sweater. And, you know, he's gloomy. He's got his little pouty face, which I really like. So I'm definitely going to keep that kind of vibe for him. But I feel like we can dress him up a little bit. Again, I have to have CC eyebrows for the most part. Even though I need more men's eyebrows, I feel like I have like 3 that I just used over and over for guys. So I definitely need to work on that. But I don't know. I like that they're slightly softer and more like less perfect. They don't feel like just like a block on their face. So we're going to play with some lip shapes here. Like I said, I still want to keep them kind of pouty, but we're going to... I didn't like how it felt like it was like pinched in that bottom lip, so I feel like though with the eyebrows he looks a little bit more like a grump, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. So kind of play with some eye color, like more brown. I think I was looking for a very specific eye. It takes me a minute to kind of find it. There we go. I have so many like defaults in here, but I just kind of like having them. Jigging for contacts is always like a bit of a pain, so I wanted to give him some kind of natural looking eyes. Just I think it's more of his signature color. It's kind of is like, it's green, but I kind of like greenish brown. I don't know, maybe that's just in my head. So yeah, we're playing with this. And then I feel like the bottom of those eyes are kind of like flat. Is it just me? Am I like imagining it? So then I make them bigger again so you don't see the bottom as much. And I think I also like try to change the eye shape again so it fits better. But yeah, I was like, wow, these eyes are flat on the bottom. Never mind. I really like them a lot, but yeah, they're not meant to be exposed on the bottoms for sure. And then I think we just go back to a deep brown again because those other eyes I liked just weren't looking right. So even though I like the colors of them, they just, for some reason with the eye shape, they weren't working. So just refining his face a little bit. I kind of like his nose shape, so I don't think we change it too much. And then yeah, we give him his sad puppy dog so he doesn't look so grumpy. And now he looks sad and tired, just like me. Yeah, so we're changing his jaw shape again, giving him a little bit more of a chisel there. Just kind of zhuzhing him up. I knew he wears his hair, I think, back in like a ponytail, and it always like clips with his hood. So I knew I wanted to like maybe put his hair down or like a half up, half down situation. So we're going to play with some like long hairs for Simon. Again, he's kind of like, I don't know, I just wanted to give him some more personality, and by like kind of giving him some more distinct standout like hair, I feel like that helps him a lot because his face is kind of vanilla. I really liked this one. To me, this, I don't know if it reminds me of like Mad Eye Moody or something from like Harry Potter, but I was like, okay, yeah, you're getting messy hair. I think that's the vibe. And I can't remember if I did this half up, half down, or I just put it down, but I really liked it. Looking just a little disheveled, like, you know, he's been up working like all night and he's still up and he hasn't gone home because he's just got so many papers to grade or so many students to teach all night at the magic school. I kind of liked how those had like gray roots, like his hair was like growing out or something, but I think I go back just to the messy style because I think it gave him the most personality. I can't remember. I think I gave him the ears, but I hope I didn't forget. If not, I got to go back and remember to give him the ears. I know for Morgan, I for sure gave them the ears, but... And then I kind of liked this. I see a lot of people kind of give him this hair, but then he reminds me of like the Hermit from Henford and Bagley, so I was like, no... I don't want to, I want to make them like distinct. I liked this messy hair too. I thought it looked really good. But then I don't think it compared to this. I was like, this makes him have a look. This is a look. Whether you like it or not, I don't know. But I like it. But I was like, okay, this is disheveled. And then it's, yeah. I think, yeah, we go with the half up, half down. So it's like he tried to like put himself together, but he's just... He's just getting through the day, you know, like the rest of us. He's just trying to get through the day, and life is tough, man. So yeah, we're going looking for some clothes. I knew I wanted to again make him look more whimsical, more magical. I was like, oh, it's so close. It's so close to what I see him. And then we kind of go in a different direction when I can't find like a long, kind of flowy robe for him. But yeah, that would be my vibe is that he kind of, I guess he would have Snape vibes in a way, but like if Snape was like sadder. Yeah, we tried, like I have some robes, but they're not cutting it. And then I was like, okay, yeah, a long trench definitely works. I didn't like the colors though for the greens. I didn't like the flannel on him. But then I put this on in the green and I was like, wait a minute. He's got his silver, well, I guess that's technically ivory sweater underneath, but to me that I was like, that one is that contender. So I go back to it. I was like, I don't know, that has like English teacher vibes, like cool English teacher. And I'm like, maybe we'll go back to that. And I really wanted this like pants with like the, I don't know, this material in the back to work, but it just doesn't with that jacket. It's a little too much. I would need to put him in like a tank top or a sleeveless for this, I feel, and I just didn't think it worked. So, but I love those pants. Eventually I'm going to find someone they look good on and I'm going to use them. I just love it too much. Mesmerizing also makes amazing CC. And then I just went for some green trousers. I thought looked kind of nice. Cleaned up the outfit. So something kind of simple. And then I was like, okay, I need some shoes. Some nice loafers, I think. I was like, maybe some boots, but no. No. And try these lace-ups. And they're almost like too alpha. I mean, I love these lace-ups for other outfits. And then, yeah, we landed on something like this. Just something that leisurely, like he would just slide them on and head out the door. He just has his fancy jacket. But to me, the jacket says enough about, like, mystical, whimsical. I liked it, so. He was probably the hardest one for me, his style, to make him. Yeah, and then I think I gave him classic, like, cool teacher facial hair. I like that some of it put more gray on him. So we played around with some of this. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one I went with, but. And I was like, Dumbledore beard? Nah. Almost. It was almost there. It was almost, but I was like, nah, I like that you can see his like sad face. So yeah, did we just go with this? Yeah. I think we just give him like, he hasn't shaved. Again, he's been up all night. He's been working. He's just got a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow going. I can't remember. I was like, I hope I remember to give him his ears. I might have forgotten him. I just wanted to like round out his face a little bit. I wanted him to still feel a little, I don't know, pudgy. I feel like Sims always have too slim of shoulders. Like I feel like, you know, just slightly too thin. Like, I'm like, why do your shoulders disappear? But yeah, I want him to have a little bit of a pot belly. Just, you know, he's sitting around in his chair a lot. And we can compare, even though I forgot to give him his ears. I'll make sure I go back and do that. But yeah, so the OG Simeon, I always want to call him Simon. And then the new Simeon. And I just think maybe he does have a totally different vibe now. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe his vibe is like pretty different, but I like it. I still like it. And I think it'll fit my vibe. So, but yeah, out of the 3 we did today, he's definitely the most like modern. I don't know, he reminds me of like an actor now from like a TV show that I can't think of. We're gonna do everybody's favorite. We're gonna do Morgan. I really love Morgan because there's like no rules. Morgan kind of has a little androgynous look. And I love the eyeliner. We're definitely changing their hair from cheese yellow to something a little bit more pleasing to me. So I think I lighten their blonde even a little bit more. I don't like the yellow tone. Someone teach the Sims that nobody likes a brassy yellow. And no, I don't know anybody that has this color of blonde hair. So playing with different eyebrows I like. So I kind of wanted to give them, I don't know, a little bit softer brows, but still like the shape be kind of that fierce angle. So I like these eyebrows on them. This is like one of my favorite hairs right now. I love it, but I just think it leans more emo. And I was like, no, I think Morgan would not like this messy of a style. To me, they're too put together to be this messy. So I will save it for somebody else. And again, I wanted to not have, you know, feminine or masculine. I do think they have a preference for feminine clothes. I know I go look. I liked this length on them, and I think I go for one that's kind of similar to this, but little heart in the hair for that. It's just so cute. But yeah, no, still too short. I like this one a little bit more, but it is kind of like the wet look. I was like, this is a contender. And I did kind of like that they had like a bit of a curl to their hair, so I didn't want to lose that. So I think the one I have is like a brushed out looking curl, but well, you'll see. This one was still very similar to their hair, and then I go back to this one because I just love this hair too much. There we go. And I was like, okay, the Viking look, no. But then I was like, come back to this one. And I was like, this is kind of a look. I was like, I kind of like this bob. And I was like, yeah, I think this is the one. I think I'm vibing this because it just looks like someone like brushed out or kind of like, straightened out their curls and it's like slowly like starting to curl up again or something. And I was like, okay, I don't like the eyeliner they have, so we're gonna play with the eye shape a little bit again. But I knew I liked that kind of like heavy kind of what's it called, hooded like lid they have, so I wanted to keep kind of like a hooded vibe. So we kind of, I think, pretty much went back to almost exactly the eyes they had. I can't remember, but we made their eyes a little bit bigger because that's just something I usually like on my Sims, is for them to have pretty prominent eyes. That's usually the feature I go to. Probably why I have a lot of like similar looking Sims, because I just like those eyes on them. So yeah, I think I went with this one because it reminds me of the eyes they had, but these are just a hair like softer. They're not so like intense. And then yeah, just playing with their features a little bit. I think I wanted to give them a little bit more of like, I don't know, more nicer lips, I guess. More of a featured lip. Because I softened their eyes, I feel like their face still needed something that was like a prominent feature. So playing with some of these, not too much, but something that just helps their face feel unique, I think I like these at the end. They're like kind of not too much, but more defined, I guess. The filter trim and everything, and then same thing with the nose. We're going with. I still wanted them to have like a prominent, strong nose because they have a pretty strong nose. But sometimes I feel like The Sims gives them like this ski slope nose, and then like no room for their lips and their chin. It's like all smushed on the bottom. So I always move the nose up a little bit. Yeah, and then like I said, I knew I wanted to give them back like their eyeliner because that's just iconic. You have to give them their eyeliner. And I knew I was like, I'm not giving them like a wing. Again, something kind of subtle like they had. It's like, I know I have something. So like this has a little bit more, like instead of just kind of a harsh line, this is just slightly more blended out. And I played with making it a little bit more. This one has kind of, you can change the color underneath. And actually, I think I went with this one. It's just like red is Morgan's color, and then we're gonna play with some, yeah, making sure they're a young adult, and then playing with some skins. Because again, I just felt like their face was lacking a little bit of like definition. So I really like this Rosewater one. Even though the jacket is iconic, I was like, I knew I wanted to give them something with red to keep that like signature color. Yeah, and here I'm checking because if their clothing preference is feminine. I'm just looking over their details, making sure I'm dressing them appropriately, you know? And because of this, I think they're the only one I gave a formal look to. I think for the other two, I just pretty much give them their same outfit on all the other, you know, formal, sleep, you know, all the other outfits are all the same. And I think for Morgan's, they're the only one on the formal, I actually give them like a dress because it seems like it just was important for the character to, if they like feminine clothes, I wanted to like give them that in the formal wear. Make sure they got that. So I do, they're the only one I do that for. Everybody else is just all the same. That's why I've just been skipping over all the other outfits because they just get the same outfit in every slot. I really did kind of like, I'm kind of like vibing this like bodice kind of vibe. And I know I had a shirt, a couple shirts. I think they're actually in the male category, so I have to go back and take it out. But they have like this like bodice on them. So I just took out the categories altogether. I was like, we're just going to go through all the clothes and see what suits them. But I knew I kind of like this corseted or bodice kind of vibe. Oh, I couldn't find it. So I was like, I know it's here. I know it's here. I think I was thinking of this one at first. And then once I got it on, I was like, I don't care for it. But I have this one. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I like the frills. I like the vest is still like pretty tailored. So yeah, so we start going, using this as like the focal point. I was like, it's got the red. It's got the vibe. And I wanted some kind of cool pants. You know, not too crazy, but edgy. I think Morgan's got an edge to them. I think I'd go with these because they don't clip with anything and they kind of just suit the outfit. Yeah, again, I want these pants to work, but they just don't. So yeah, we're looking through every single bit of clothing I have. I was like, I don't like the bottoms of the pants there. I really wanted something like this to work for them, but the blacks weren't matching, which is always a problem, even in real life. It's like if the blacks are not close enough together, I can't do it. So I think we go back to those just like really simple, almost like sweatpants. I kind of like that they had like a bit of a baggy leg. I'm gonna try and just the trousers, but I gave Simeon those trousers, so I was like, let's make them feel different. I have this mod for feet, so like when I put on socks, you can see every toe still. So I can't really like, I hate socks without shoes on for them. I was like, I kind of want some strong boot action for them. And these were okay, but again, they were too modern, and same with those. They just look too high tech. I want boots that don't feel so high tech, but still have a little bit of an edge. Something like this, but then the heels on those look weird. I don't know why the heels look so strange on those. Let me try these, but they're just not quite high enough, and I don't like the blue color isn't working. There we go. And then I found these, and I absolutely loved these boots. I was like, these are perfect. And then I thought they needed a necklace, so we're looking for the right kind of necklace. And actually, I love the necklace we settle on because then I get the matching hat, and it just completes the look. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Oh my goodness. Keys look nice. Like, there was a lot of nice options, but I go for the CC one, and it just, when I tell you chef's kiss, how it comes together, like, better. Like, you just find the right piece, and then the whole outfit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, once we get the necklace, then the hat comes, and the whole outfit is perfect. Well, at least for me. I can't speak for y'all, but I can speak for me that this necklace right here. Once I get this going. Okay, good. Yeah, I reminded myself this time. And see, I can't get it with the hair on, so I have to go click the ears. There we go. I did remember this time. I was like, let me just check a couple. Make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Now that I know, like, what that would have been nice too. I kind of like that one a lot as well. But this one just, I don't know. It had a vibe to it, and I was feeling it. This hat. This, I know their ears clip a little bit, but it's so worth it because to me this hat completes the look. I fell in love with Morgan after I put this hat on. So you can see the OG original icon. She is the moment. But no, I love Morgan. Their original vibe is immaculate already. There was nothing wrong with it other than the cheddar cheese hair. But this one with the hat and the mystique, and I don't know, to me, this is all the vibes I want for my spellcasters in my playthrough. Like, chef's kiss. I love them. Kept their big red ring on. But yeah, these are my spellcasters for the save file I'm working on, and I'll probably do some of the other Glimmerbook families because I love kind of fantasy aesthetic, and they're the ones I'm most interested in to do first. But yeah, if you guys like this video, we'll do more Townie makeovers for sure. I mean, it's just fun, and I love to play with CC, and I'm getting, you know, new CC all the time, so yeah. Hope you guys are having a good day, and yeah, we'll see you again soon. Bye.